Good evening, everyone. I greet you in a humble and respectful way this evening. My name is Randall Sparvier. I'm one of the band council members currently for our First Nation. I seek re-election for this term to work on behalf of our nation, to work together with the leadership team, be a team player, and keep moving forward to prosperity as a nation together. Some of the things that I talked about last night were the structure that the nation currently has. We all know that the Chief and Council is the government. We also have the economic development arm that we've created as well too, Zagame Management Authority Limited. In the past few months, I think 6 months now, we have appointed one of our own band members to head that corporation. And I think that's one of the best moves that we've made in the last little while here. Moving forward, I guess, with the four sectors is the administration. We just heard a little bit on the administration, and the administration deals with all the service delivery on reserve and off reserve in regards to the band member services. One of the other sectors that we actually took on as a nation from the direction from the membership was the child, family, and wellness area. That's been a big area as a nation that we've taken on and are working together to make sure that we, succeed as a nation and ensure that our children are definitely safe and have that kinship back with their family and that relationship there. One of the things that I wanted to address moving forward in my speech here was some of the issues that we've been hearing in the last little while. One of them is communication. Communication is a key part in regards to the relationship with the membership and the nation itself. About 1.5 years ago, we had a template coming out of our community navigator position, which gave an update in regards to the programs and services that were being delivered on the reserve. Since that funding has left, we had kind of left that on the side, which I think is another key component that we have to look at in regards to funding when the annual budgets are looked at as well too. One of the mandates as the council members that I sit on a lot of things in regards to our nation. I sit on the Treasury Board that deals with a lot of the policy development, the lawmaking as well too. So as a team player there, I sit and we read a lot in regards to the documentation that's being presented, to the membership and to the lawyers and the consultants as well too, and back to the council to ensure that, I understand as a leader what we are imposing and laws that we are doing in regards to making sure that the collective benefit for all of us as Zagame band members is there and at the forefront. Within Treasury Board as well too, some of it deals with the operation. We don't get too much into the weeds and everything, but I think at the end of the day, I'd like to address I'm back at the table, to get our team back together. The executive director, all of our managers, and the 4 directors that we have back at home. The executive director door has been a revolving door. At the end of the day, we've hired educated individuals that are non-band members. We as Chief and Council do not deal with any of that process. It's an internal process that deals with that within the policy itself. But ultimately, I've definitely advocated in the last little while here, because it's been open, is we can definitely look at placing a band member in there with the same credentials and education that we have been looking for. Ultimately, I think at the end of the day, if we have one of our own band members at the highest administration level, it'll be a lot better for interaction with our community, the engagements. For a number of years, but 2 years now in our term, I knew there was some gray areas and some disconnection with our programming. Our managers haven't went out to any of the nation or off reserve and informed any of the band members of any changes in programming for the last couple of years. I think it's crucial that we get back to understanding what is beneficial to our communities, what is beneficial to our families. I know that talks about on reserve as well too, but I think about off reserve. There's a grant that the nation has received, and it's called the 4 Pillars. You'll probably hear about it in another speech as well too, but there's grants that have been accessed in order to get us back together in groups like this to plan. One of the things and strategies moving forward as a nation and as a leader, I'd like to be a voice to ensure that, we get back to that planning stage. In 2013, we created a CCBP. The CCBP is the Comprehensive Community-Based Plan. It gave everyone a voice in regards to what direction our nation is going moving forward. It was a guiding tool that the council had looked at and utilized in regards to the voices of the membership, in regards to where are we reinvesting our capital dollars. We talk about programs, services, helping our members. Well, it takes a bit of business sense to look into ensuring that not as everything is spent in the first fiscal year, other things are reinvested so that there's a bigger purse that comes to the next year, and we can help out not only post-secondary students. We just implemented a new program. It's called the Service Mobility Area. What that does is if you are barely moving around and need help to move around, we have definitely as a nation put some money aside to help out the members out there on and off reserve with scooters, mobile scooters. So it's been a beneficial, and it's been an eye-opening, as last time we went out and did an engagement, one of the members out in Edmonton had asked about that. And over the last couple of years, we've been definitely giving back to help out our seniors in regards to not only the $300 that is given to 65 and over every month, but also the scooters, any other aids that are definitely needed. So again, it takes resources to do that. There's a lot of resources that come back from the nation in regards to the business sector. $1 million comes back from our cottage development that goes right into our band member allotment policy and band member program services. So a lot of that revenue goes back, and some of the revenue from Zadamel comes back to as well to $250,000 that goes back into that revenue purse to offset some of the programs and services. In closing, I want to thank the membership for the 20 years that you've invested in me as a council member, being that voice for our community, our children. I've always had a passion to push things forward for our children, being a coach, being involved in our community, and also trying to look for our young families to be active as well too with the programming that we have in this city with the aquatic centers. I would like to thank Terry Flamont and Wanda Sangways for the nomination and the belief of me to push forward as well too. And on September 6th, on the voting day, I humbly ask for your support on seeking my re-election and being that voice and that continue to be a leader and being that ear to listen to you so that I can speak that voice that you want to speak as well too. With that being said, I thank you all for giving me the time and opportunity to speak, and safe travels to everyone that's traveling home tonight. And with that being said, Kitchimigwich.